And you, like you said, you do such a good job with it on Instagram, because your Instagram is a great mix of your voice, but also, funny videos that you make, funny content, but also shedding light on very important issues. You speak to your followers, you talk to them, you're on the streets, you're out there, you're seeing what's going on, and you're sharing all of that on your social media, on top of the fun, lighthearted stuff as well. So for you, how do you kind of balance all of that? Like, how do you feel like, because you have a massive platform, you have over 10 million followers, like, do you now kind of feel a pressure to use your Instagram in that kind of way?
I think it's who I'm growing into.
Yeah.
It's like who I'm growing into. And I remember there was a time in my life where I felt like that, like inside, because I've always cared so much about everything. It's like, I think that's why my first love, or one of my first introductions into the arts, is acting, because I just empathize with my characters, with stories, my heart is so open. And I think as I've gotten older, and I've learned more about the world around me and my country, I just started to care so much. And obviously, I know I don't have all the answers, and there's not anything that I can do to, like Mother Teresa has a really great quote where she says, there can be no great things done, only small things with great love. And that rings true to me. So I think as I continue to grow, my platform continues to represent that, whether it's something I'm creating within the art space, whether it's a comedy sketch, or it's a movie that's saying something, or it's an audible like Hit Job that's saying something, or whether it's a post on my Instagram, it always is going to have some level of that depth or that heart to it, just because that's what I care about. And that's also how I was raised. My father is a deacon, and I remember when he would go to the old folks' homes, and he would go to the prison and read prayers, and he would give food, and they always reminded me that if you have something to give, whether it's a smile, a hug, encouragement, you've got to do it. That's just, because that's honestly, y'all, I just feel like, why not? That's how our world is going to get going. We can't just sit back and just say, well, I'm not getting treated like that, so, let me just turn my head. That's fear mongering. Mm-hmm. We can't be in a space where we allow things to go down to all of us, because at the end of the day, it's like, if we're only doing good in comparison to somebody that's doing bad, then we're not doing good. And that's what I've realized, is that I don't want America to just be doing good because we are comparing our people that are successful to our people that are being held back in poverty. There's a real issue there. So it's like, we're not doing good as a whole, because if you take the richest person in America to Sweden, are we really that rich? It doesn't add up. Yeah. Some things aren't adding up. So for me, it's like if we really care, then we really got to care about each other. That's the only way we become good. I'm not good just me being good. I'm only good if everybody is good. And I think that's just how I've always seen it. And to me, it's not necessarily religious, political, or anything. It just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't see anything else making much sense. If only one person is good, how does that really help anything? So that's just, I'm just realizing these things, and I'm asking these questions, and I'm trying to figure things out, because I want us to normalize these kinds of dialogues. It's not about anybody arguing. It's not about us being mad at each other. It's just saying, like, yo, look, this is a problem.
Yeah.
I've gone to European countries. Everybody's doing in a lot of those countries, everybody's doing all right. It's not, sometimes you might see some stuff going down and it might be difficult, but it ain't to this level.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's like, y'all, we got to rethink some things, because everybody should be able to go to the doctors.
Yeah.
Now we're getting crazy. Everybody should be able to have a good education, so it's just like, I just want us to be better than that.
Yeah, definitely. And, I kind of feel like, who'd be great to come back and deal with a lot of this on television is True Jackson. I just want to say, like iCarly, so many of these shows are kind of coming back from the Nickelodeon space, and who better to deal with what's going on in the world right now than True Jackson? I think she would crush it.
Definitely. We were just
real VP.
We were just talking before. We were like, True Jackson VP was really just
time.
like an iconic show. Like it really was. I mean, you've done so many great things, like Aquila and the Bee, Jump In, which we love. True Jackson VP. Like we are really
before we came into the interview, I said to Rhea, she never missed.
She never missed. Hustlers recently, which was awesome.
Scream Queens. I was obsessed
with. Naming your whole resume at this point, your IMDb page, but I feel like we really, really loved True Jackson VP, and it would be truly awesome if you brought it back. I know it's like the thing that everyone, like you said, iCarly's coming back, and then Hilary Duff was going to do the Lizzie McGuire thing, and Lizzie McGuire was going to be like grown up in the world. Like
devastated me with not doing that.
Us too.
I know, but True Jackson VP could do exactly that.
She
like
would
a grown up
it.
True Jackson. Like it makes total sense.
And I promise you guys, I am literally not gonna let you down with that. And I will definitely, I've been working so hard to figure something out for True Jackson, because it's just like crazy. I knew how much True Jackson impacted me, but I've again learned as I've grown that it really did impact the generation, and it means so much to me that it did in that way. I'm so grateful. And so if True Jackson does come back, which it's a pretty good chance we get something up with that character and that storyline, I would make sure that it's mature.
Yes.
I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, she's a kid in the kid world again. I would really want it to be like, yo, what's True's life like? Like, how is she dealing with being in this industry? How is she affected by social media? Is she now running her business through there? Is she what the mad style? Like, I want us to be, how is she able to work and have love? What's her life become? And so I definitely, want those kinds of themes to be there, because, True Jackson, we got to make sure that it's like, we got to give it something good if we come back around. I can't just give you something cheap.
Definitely. We agree. And I think that's kind of, so much of why we were sad about the Lizzie McGuire thing too, because Hilary Duff she really was like, this has to be a mature Lizzie McGuire. Mm-hmm. And it kind of seemed like they wanted to not have it be that. So she was like, well, we're out. We're done. So very understandable, because all the people who are fans and, fans of True Jackson, they're older now too. They don't want to watch the same show they watched when we were younger. No, I know. But yeah, you would.
I still would watch.
We would love, we want to know where True is now and what she's doing now. So that's super exciting.
I feel like, though, it may be different because Lizzie McGuire is Disney, which I think is more, they're like a little bit more, PG. Whereas I think Nickelodeon has always been a little bit more risky.
Nick at Night, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very true. And then the beautiful thing about it now is again, Disney can be difficult because they're Disney Channel, Walt Disney, Pixar. Yeah. There's so many different things, and sometimes how they share their IP can be very what I mean? But when it comes to Freeform, it's like, I would have loved if Lizzie was on Freeform. They seem ready to open up. So it's like, I wish that there would have been a great way for that to happen, but it's just like, or even Disney Plus, y'all not ready to open up a little bit.
I know.
That's not the last.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the last we hear about that Lizzie thing, because Lizzie McGuire was like Ally McBeal for kids.
Yeah.
She was the shit, for real.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really, really hope that they figure that out. We really hope to see True. And then what's going on with you in the music space? We know that you had Virgo Tendencies come out last year, and I just got to say, I know we're going way back too, but for me and my friends, nothing gets the party going more than when we hit play and hear Miss Keke P rocking the MIC, and everybody loses their shit. I played it before we started the interview. I was like, get in the right headspace. I'm playing bottoms up.
Not even just because you were coming on the show. Like, I've been out with Fran before where she's like, let's put on bottoms up, and I'm like, which one?
Going.
Which one are we doing? Are we doing Nicki Minaj, or are we doing Keke Palmer?
No, not Big Sean. Keke Palmer.
Yo, the fact that Bottoms Up was like a low-key sleeper hit kills me to this day. Like,